friends, welcome back, and today's video is about Dieffenbachia. I'm going to be sharing some care tips and will also show you how you can propagate new plants from cuttings. So stay tuned. This plant is also known as dumpkin, and reason being is that there is some toxic sap found on its leaves and stems which can create irritation in your throat if you ingest them. So I would recommend, if you have kids or pets around, keep this plant out of their reach. So you might see a lot of varieties in the garden centers, but one thing in common you would find is that the variegation on the leaves, you might see some green, cream or off-white, sometimes yellow variegation on the leaves, and this makes this plant unique and popular among the plant enthusiasts. Now let's talk about the care tips. If you want to maintain the variegation on your plant's leaves, then you need to find a right spot for your plant. They love to thrive in bright and direct light, so find a spot in your home where they can receive bright and direct light throughout the day. Avoid keeping them to the direct sunlight, it might scorch their leaves. Dieffenbachia prefers temperature between 60 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, or let's say 15 to 30 degrees Celsius. I would again emphasize that avoid exposing this plant to drafts or sudden temperature changes, as it can cause damage to the leaves or the variegation. These plants appreciate higher humidity levels. You can increase humidity by misting around the leaves, or you can place pebble or gravel tray underneath your plant. You can use a humidifier, or you can club few tropical plants together so that they can create humidity for themselves. And for watering, I would again say they just hate sitting in a soggy soil. Do not overwater this plant, they're gonna hate it, and they are not at all forgiving. If you overwater it, the root rot is sure to happen and you might lose your plant. So best ways to check the soil before watering your plant is that you can insert a stick 2 inches down in the soil. If it comes out clear, meaning your plant is thirsty, or you can use a moisture meter, place it down in the soil and see the reading on the scale. If it is showing on the drier side, which means your plant is thirsty. Or you can lift up the planter if it feels light in weight, again it's thirsty. Or you can place your finger 2-3 inches down in the soil. If it comes out clear, meaning it's time to water your plant. These plants enjoy a well-draining potting mix, and you can feed your plants during spring and summer once in every month with an organic liquid fertilizer. And the repotting can be done in every 2 years. If the plant has become really root bound, you can see the roots coming out from the bottom or from the drainage. So it is an indication that your plant has been root bound and you need to repot it. Get a bigger size container and repot this plant. And as far as propagation is concerned, I would say there are two methods. You can propagate them from stem cuttings, or you can do it from root division. Now I'm going to show you how to propagate this plant from stem cuttings. And as you can see, this stem has been broken accidentally, and I'm going to propagate this stem. Also, I'll show you how to go for a stem cutting. This is a stem, and on every stem you can see the hard bumpy part. It's a node. From here the roots will start to form. So we have to make the cut half an inch right below the node area. Make sure each and every stem cutting should have 2-3 nodes. Now I'm gonna place this broken stem in the water jar, and I'm gonna leave it for about 10 days. And now I'm gonna be taking another cutting, and it's I think it's probably a 7 inches long. So I'm gonna divide it into two. So make sure that in every stem cutting there has to have more than one node. And I'll get some well draining soil. I'm gonna place this cutting in the soil. Make sure that the node area should be in the soil, and I'll leave it for 10 days, and let's see what happens after 10 days. And now it's been about 10 days, and now you can see this cutting has developed a lot of root. uh, you can see these are pretty good, these are strong, hard. And let's check the another cuttings, and I'm pretty sure I can see some leaves coming, like from something happening from the node area. But let's check the roots. I don't see root, but yes, for sure the leaves are going to emerge from this stem. But I see some. I think it's rotten from the bottom. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take this rotten part away and gonna put this cutting back into water and leave it for a few days. Till the time I'm gonna pot this cutting into a container. Here I have taken a nursery container with good drainage holes and a well draining soil. I'm gonna fill it in the pot. I'm gonna place this cutting into the soil and gonna press it little bit, making sure there are no air pockets left. And now it's time to water, and I'm gonna water this cutting, and I'm gonna place this cutting in a bright lit area away from direct sunlight. And my new plant is ready in couple of weeks. I hope the new leaves will start to form from the top. Now let's move to the other cutting which I had kept in water, and after 10 days, more than 10 days I guess, I can see, like you can see guys, new leaves have emerged. And let's check the roots. Oh wow, pretty good. I can see a lot of roots coming out, but I still see some yellowing parts in the bottom. So don't worry, I'm gonna just take it away. So this is the other cutting. It also has got roots and leaves. So I'm gonna place this into soil, and I'm taking a small size nursery container with good drainage and gonna put some soil in it and gonna place the cutting into this container. Now I'm gonna place the cutting, but before moving this cutting into soil, I'm gonna use cinnamon powder. It is antifungal and antibacterial, and as you saw, some yellowing part on the bottom side of the cuttings. So I'm very hopeful that this cinnamon powder is going to work, and this cutting will grow for sure. I'm gonna put little bit of soil around the plant, around the cutting, and gonna shake it a little bit, gonna press it down, and then I'm gonna water it and gonna keep this cutting in a well lit area. And I hope these cuttings will grow and will turn out into a new plant. So, and if you have any questions, you can ask them in comment section. And if you like this video, you found this video helpful, give a thumbs up, do subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, stay happy, stay safe, and happy planting.